So I wanted to open this conversation up with a lighter, funny meme, but I think it's extremely profound because it speaks to the lack of integrity the game now possesses from all different levels and perspectives, from the admin side to the actual playing side, the officiating side. There's just so much. So let's open up this conversation.
I'm half Argentinian and half Brazilian. I love my heritage. I love our soccer, our traditions, the meat, the insane landscapes, and the culture. But loving a place means you don't look away when it's rotting from the inside. We have to call out the history, the government, and the deep-seated racism that everybody else in Latin America and the world sees, but we continuously deny. There's a major reason why a vast majority of Latin America and the world don't like us. Argentina is easily one of the
video, that's up to you. But this picture you're looking at here is a new burger store. It's a real place. It's not AI. It's not parody. It's called Big N. Yeah. They don't serve the burgers with regular white bread. Instead of that, they use dark black bread because, you know, these are burgers. When you get the burger, they write this on the wrapper. Are you seeing this? So you basically order and eat with ketchup and fries. They play rap music in the store. Not Yasin Bey, not Dead Prez, not Common, Talib Kweli, Roots, Nas. No. They don't play any of that kind of music. They play trap music, grills, guns, drugs, booty shaking, music. They didn't call it my or.
And so the fact that this is all, it's all just starting to make sense for so many levels, so many reasons. You're learning about the ugly history, right? The World Cup is as beautiful as it is on a fan and cross-cultural level. The political side of it is just, it's ugly. It's ugly. You know, for one, you kind of see it playing out when the colonizing nations play the ones that were colonized. You kind of see it at play there, right? White teams only have black players, but if this was really based on where you're from or where your roots are from, half these European teams wouldn't have all the talent they have. So that's one part of it. We all know this, right? But Messi putting a arguably dangerous challenge on a player, nothing. But look at the stuff that's being dug up about history and how Argentina's changed. So it's the same thing America did, right? Circus and bread, stick with me now, bread and circus to make people forget, but also to never rectify the distortion and the intentional engineering that was done in those areas.
There's nobody talking about how this ex-England goalkeeper just exposed the new World Cup meta. Watch this.
I'm noticing it with the higher balls in this game. I honestly feel like this ball is coming onto the goalkeepers a lot faster than they feel it is off the foot. And what you notice with this is Jordan Pickford flies at this ball and he just doesn't, you'll ask, why is he going with his thumb rather than his hand? It just feels like it's on him. As it leaves his foot, it's a decent strike, of course it is. But Edouard Mendy's a Champions League winner and he just doesn't time. He just doesn't get his hands up. He doesn't time it.
So this was Messi last night against
This is Messi against Zidane. But as it leaves his foot, that's not a brilliant strike. It's a good strike. Lucas Zidane's more than capable of saving that ball. But again, he doesn't quite time it. It seems like it's on him before he's got his hands up there in the right position.
So Joe Hart's suggesting that long shots are catching keepers by surprise because of the new design of the World Cup football. And if you haven't seen, this is some sort of futuristic galactic football that needs to be plugged in and charged before every game, and here's why.
Before every match, officials actually have to charge the ball because hidden inside are sensors that send live data directly to VAR. That means the ball can help detect touches, track movement, and assist with important decisions during the game. But that's not even the craziest part. While most footballs are made from 32 panels, Trianda has only 4, which can make its flight through the air even more unpredictable, similar to the Jabulani.
Now, if FIFA's already been busted for corruption, they're not the only entity to be busted for corruption. Do you really trust a ball that has to be charged or a ball that has this type of technology in it? So that's another thing. And I'll end it here. I just hope my feelings are way off and maybe I'm just, whatever. But they're very intentional about what they put into commercials and what they put into advertisements, right? So yes, I get it. I get everything they're putting, but this one just didn't sit well with me. The words they use, the dystopian look while they're playing soccer, an explosion happening, and then Ronaldo emerging out of the flames. It's just, yeah, hopefully I've covered enough in this video. Love y'all, give care, and just stay vigilant, stay aware. So I'll end with this. There's been a lot of, and this is some really connecting the dots, but there's been a lot of people talking about a redemption arc for Hitler and saying that the great old lies of America, he was really trying to protect what the people actually deserved and wanted. But of course, America, in their best playbook, they villainized him, probably propped him up too, villainized him when they were the ones, America were really the ones who were the devious, atrocious, discordant ones. They realized that these people are steps ahead when it comes to psychology and all that, globalism. So they said, if we put a successful sports star on the face of Argentina, which is also responsible for one of the worst genocides, it'll never get rectified. And the people will constantly be in our stage that we set up, believing the history that we write. So it's clear as day. You might take you a minute to connect what I said there, but think about it. Think about it. Nobody is against Messi. Nobody. I'm not saying I'm against Messi, but when you dig up the country he represents and what's really going on, which most people won't because they're so fascinated by Messi, well, now you see the actual script. So love y'all, give care.